physiotherapist work in Australia provides a lot of benefits to the physiotherapist and even offer the permanent residency there. Then comes your third country, which is your UK. For that, you don't have to give any exam, but there is HCPC registration. Okay. For the licensing, you need to first register yourself through FCCPT, which is your Foreign Credentialing Commission for Physical Therapists. So, hi everyone, this is Dr. Uneza and I'm a physiotherapist, educator and creator. And this is episode 3 of Career Options After BPT. So far we have talked about physios and non-physio career options that you can opt for after graduating or having a BPT degree. Today we are going to talk about the most exciting option, which is moving abroad after doing BPT. So today we will talk about all the career options, all the countries that serve BPT as an essential qualification when it comes to moving there. Alright, so we'll talk about the countries and their licensing exams, the depth, detail, and all these things. Definitely only the person or a physiotherapist who have moved there, who's working there, and who have a proper knowledge of it can give you that. And since I am working in India, I am not so much of that person who can give you detail of each and every country, right? So I'm going to give you the basic ideas which you can use to go and opt for that particular country. Coming to the countries which all you can opt for in the licensing exam, number 1 is Canada. Okay, it's a good option for you to move there, go there and practice, because there you can work as an independent professional or work in a healthcare hospital, community services, etc. Okay, to move there after BPT you do not need any experience, so you can directly apply for that and start the paperwork and preparation for the exam even when you are in your internship. Okay, so the licensing exam is PCE exam, which comes in 2 parts, which is written and clinical. Written you have to give from the home country, and the clinical you have to go there to give the exam. Along with this exam, you also have to pass the language proficiency exam, which is IELTS for the English, because the language there is English, which is being spoken. So that was about Canada. I will write down in the description what all or who all the physiotherapists who are already working there, and you can go to their Instagram handle to ask for any sort of help and consultation from them. Okay, on number 2 is Australia. It's a very good option because the band in which the physiotherapists work in Australia provides a lot of benefits to the physiotherapist and even offer the permanent residency there. So you can definitely look for Australia as an option for you when it comes to moving abroad. The exam that you need to give is Australian Physiotherapy Council exam, which is called as APC. It also comes in 2 parts, the written and the clinical part. The written you can qualify from the home country, and for the clinical you have to go there. You also have to pass the language proficiency exam, which is your IELTS exam or any other exam that they are considering valid, of course. You can definitely work there in so many levels. You can open your own clinic, you can work in the hospital, community services, or you can even opt for the different healthcare branches. That's what I came to know when I talked about it and studied about it, that when you go to Australia as a physiotherapist, you can actually opt for residential programs as well and become a medicine doctor there as well. So if you are someone who still want to switch careers, so that also you can opt for if you want to. That is just one thing or one point that I wanted to add. Then comes your third country, which is your UK. For that, you don't have to give any exam, but there is HCPC registration. Okay, the process is, it requires a lot of documentation work, but once you get the registration, then you can start looking for jobs there and move there. I would say and I would advise that whoever is opting or looking for moving abroad as a physiotherapist, do your ground research on availability of the jobs there. Okay, because at times what happens, most of the markets in physiotherapy in such countries, they are saturated. Like for example, UK, you will say currently is a bit saturated, not only in terms of physiotherapy, even in terms of nursing and medical doctors. Okay, so look for it before opting for it. Then another option which is there is your Ireland. You can go there by registering yourself and getting a koru. Okay, that is all the documentation work you have to do again, and then after getting all the approvals and your license, you can move there or look for job before moving, so that when you move there you already have a job in hand. Ireland is a very new, relatively unexplored country, so you can have a good potential to work there as a physiotherapist and definitely make a career out of it. So this was about your Canada, UK, Australia, and Ireland. Now comes the USA, which is also one of the hot place to go, and people are actually considering that as an option. For that, the little bit of more extensive work is required when it comes to moving to USA, because you need at least two main things. That is, one is valid visa and then a license to practice in America. For the licensing, you need to first register yourself through FCCPT, which is your Foreign Credentialing Commission for Physical Therapists. Okay. After that, you have to also register yourself through the state board, because each state in America works on a different work. They require different work experience, essential qualifications, certain clearance from the law, and all these things. So you need to register in a particular state where you want to move in. Along with that, you have to also register yourself in the FSBPT, and after all these registration that you have done, you will get get a go ahead from the commission to book your NPTE exam. After passing that exam, which is you have to minimum score 600 out of 800 to pass that exam, you will get the license to work in USA. After getting the license, either you can look for job here or move there and search for job yourself. All these countries that I have told you, I will add a link or description of the profiles for the physiotherapists who are already working there, so they will be able to give you a better insight into all these. So 5 main countries we have talked about whose essential qualification is BPT. Okay, in the further episodes we'll talk about other countries definitely. I hope that you find this useful, and I hope if you have any doubt, you can just drop in the comment box. I will try to answer the maximum. Okay, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss a video from cardiopulmonary rehab. See you in the next episode of Career Options After BPT.